for story time, we're gonna talk all about camping. Have you gone camping, boys and girls? I bet you have, but if you haven't, that's all right because we're gonna learn all about it, and maybe you can even set up your own little campground on your backyard or in your own home. Now before we start, let's sing our camping song. And our camping song, we're gonna do some actions to it too. So this is the first action we're gonna do. We're gonna go marching like this. Can you follow along and do this with me? Perfect. The second action we're gonna do, we're gonna pretend to go sleep like this. And we're gonna sleep in our big tent. So we're gonna make a big triangle on top of our head. Perfect. The last action we're gonna do, we're gonna make some s'mores. And we're gonna toast our s'mores like this and pretend we're holding a stick on top of our campfire. Perfect. Are you ready for the song? Here it goes. A camping we will go, a camping we will go. The great outdoor is so much fun, a camping we will go. We'll sleep in our big tent, we'll sleep in our big tent. The great outdoor is so much fun, we'll sleep in our big tent. We'll make s'mores at night, we'll make s'mores at night. The great outdoor is so much fun, we'll make s'mores at night. Good job, boys and girls. Boys and girls, Miss Chase set up a little campsite on her board, and we're gonna go over some of the things that you can see at the campsite. The first thing that we have here is called a tent, and this is where you'll sleep in at nighttime. Now, some of you might not sleep in a tent when you go camping. You might actually sleep in a cabin or even a trailer or a van. Now, the second thing right here is called a sleeping bag. And it's very important that we bring a sleeping bag because it gets cold at night. We want to make sure that our body stays warm and cozy. Now we have a backpack right here because sometimes when you go on a camping trip, you might want to go explore and go on a hike. And we want to make sure that we bring some snack, water, and our bug spray and even our sunscreen with us. Ooh, boys and girls, what do you see here? That's right, it's a campfire. When we go camping, we set up a campfire so we can have heat to cook our food with and also to keep us warm. But we don't always keep our campfire on all the time, so we want to make sure that we have a lamp that we bring with us or a lantern so we can still see at nighttime. And of course, I like to bring my chair because I can sit around a campfire and toast some marshmallow for my s'mores. And of course, you might want to bring a canoe or a kayak or even a bike to go on an adventure. Boys and girls, our story today is called Pete the Cat Goes Camping. So let's see what Pete is gonna do on his camping trip. Pete is excited to go camping. This is his first time. Don't forget your sleeping bag, says Dad, or your hiking boots, says Mom. The campsite is deep in the woods. Mom and Dad set up a tent. Pete and Bob help collect sticks so they can make a fire later. Pete and Bob go for a hike. Bob shows Pete the footprints of different animals. Do you think we'll see anything cool? Asked Pete. Maybe, says Bob. Pete and his dad go fishing. They must be very quiet and very still to catch a fish. Fishing takes a long time, and they finally catch some fish. Mom builds a fire. She cooks the fish for dinner, and it tastes yummy. Next, Pete toasts marshmallow, and Pete makes s'mores with chocolate and graham crackers. That sounds like a good treat. It starts to get dark out. Bob tells Pete a story about a scary, hairy giant. The giant lives in the woods and his name is Bigfoot. Do you think Bigfoot lives here? Asked Pete. No one ever has seen Bigfoot, says Bob. Don't let Bob scare you, says Dad. Bigfoot is not real, Mom says. Pete sighed with relief. But if he is real, I bet he's friendly, says Dad. And he likes s'mores too. That's not scary, thinks Pete. Maybe he wants a s'more. And Pete leaves one for his hairy friend. Do you think Bigfoot is gonna come and eat the s'mores? Let's see. Soon it's time for bed. Lights out, boys, Dad says, and he puts out the fire. Bob and Pete share a tent, and Pete gets into his sleeping bag. It's cozy, but he cannot sleep. The woods seem extra dark, and all the sounds seem extra loud at night. Pete hears a weird swoosh sound. What is that? He asks Bob. That's just the wind, says Bob. Pete hears an odd chirping noise. What is that? He asks out loud. Those are just some crickets. Pete hears a strange hooting sound. What is that? He wonders. Oh my, it's just an owl. Pete hears a loud snap sound. Crack! What is that? He wondered. But Bob is already fast asleep. And Pete listened carefully again. Crack! Is that Bigfoot? Pete peeks outside. It's too dark to see anything. When Pete wakes up, he checks the spot where he left the s'mores for Bigfoot. The s'more is gone. And there's a little note on the table. There's a note. It says, "Thank you for the treat. XOXO." And then there's a footprint. Pete showed his family. Wow, I knew Bigfoot was real, says Bob. Pete knows Bigfoot is not scary. Just because he looks different does not mean he's scary. And he even likes s'mores too. The end. Now that was a great adventure that Pete had. Okay, boys and girls, let's play our game. So Miss Chase got some fishies here because in the book, remember Pete the cat went fishing with his daddy? Well, Miss Chase is going to play a fishing game with you, but we are going to have to remember what all these fishies' faces look like because I'm going to take one away. So let's go over it together right now. I got a surprise face. Can you make a surprise face? That's right. Oh, this one, he looks so sad. Can you make a sad face? That's right. Oh, this one, he looks happy. Can you make a big smile? Good job. And then over here, I've got a fishy that's very angry. Can you make an angry face? Okay, now I have a very silly fishy here. She's got a very silly face. So can you make a silly face? That's right. All right, Miss Sherry's gonna go fishing, and I'm gonna take away one of these fish, and I want you to remember and tell me which one I took away. All right, which fishy did I take away? Do you remember which one was here? It's got a silly face. That's right. Now I'm going to take another fishy away. You know which fish I took away? This fishy makes this face when they are mad. That's right. Good job, boys and girls. I'm going to take another fishy away and see if you can guess. Ooh, look. Which fishy is missing this time? Well, this fishy makes this face when they're sad. That's right. It's the sad fishy. Oh, do you remember which fishy I took away? This fishy makes this face when they're happy. That's right. Ta-da! Happy fish is back. Whoop! Do you know which one I took away? This fishy makes this face when they're surprised. You're right. Boys and girls, that is the game that we have for today. Now, if you want to continue playing at home, you can play one of Miss Cherry's boom cards. And this time we have a camping scavenger hunt. So you can play this on mommy and daddy's iPad, computer, or even the phone. Boys and girls, this week we are going to make a camping scene out of triangles and rectangles. So Miss Shay cut a very big triangle right here as her tent, and I cut different sizes of triangles to put as my tree. And of course I used some brown construction paper for my tree trunk. So I cut it in rectangle shape, and then I cut some small little pieces of triangles with red and orange for my campfire. And of course you can put some decorative stickers on like stars to make your camping scene. That is it for our story time for today, and I will see you all next week. Bye.